Let's jump to the war here, and today we've got a 7-year disaster battle playing as the Seducers of Slaanesh, going up against Legion of the Gore Queen. So, somewhat lore-friendly matchup, because Slaanesh and Khorne hate each other. But Valkyria has outnumbered us nearly 2-1. She's got nearly 2 armies, and we've got nearly 1 army. We're 1 unit short of a full stack. We do have, I think, a better army than individually one of theirs, but we're just outnumbered here is a big problem. Close to fit and auto resolve usually indicates we're pretty badly outpowered. So everything is on max battle difficulty, and we do have the ability to seduce some units. Now, we don't have a huge budget, but I reckon the way to go here is to take a tactical advantage that they have that's actually quite dangerous to us, that's actually quite cheap for us to seduce, which is the Marauder Horsemen. Because these units are their only missile units, and they're faster than most of our units, except for Nakari. Now, the thing is, if we sent Nakari to go chase after them, it means he's not chasing after something more important, but they would still be able to shoot at him and constantly dish out damage. If I take them away, they can't do that to us. So this will remove a major annoyance from us. Because anything in melee, we should be able to match up reasonably well, but they're not going to fight us in melee. Then as for the other unit that we should take, I think we should grab a Chaos Warrior Halberd, because they're going to be the most dangerous to the Keeper of Secrets. That and the Chaos Knights because of the magical attack, but we're not able to have enough seducing budget in order to get one of them, so I'll just grab that one. Alright, so take them. Brings us down to Valiant Defeat. So still outpowered, but let's see how we go now. Also read out the email. The guy says, "Hi Legend, this is my second attempt to invade the northern territory of Valkyria. I'm currently sending everything north so I can snuff out Khorne. Hubris got the better of me, and I got caught with my pants down." Fair enough, that happens. I mean, everybody that sends in a save file, I guess, got caught with their pants down. Happens to everyone. But the thing is, with Slaanesh, don't they always have their pants down anyway? I don't know, you guys tell me. Isn't it like, if they ambush you, it's like, they caught us and their pants were down? Sort of thing. Also, just another thing. I feel like it's not a big deal, but just helps to remind people every now and again. But over the past few days, we've gotten a real shortage of save files being sent in. It's only been like 2 or 3 a day. So, totally fine if you don't want to send in a save file. That's not a problem. It's just that the more save files that you get, that you guys send in, the more options that I have for making content. And I try to pick the ones that you will find the most interesting. So if you're ever thinking, oh wow, Legend picked an easy one or picked something that was boring, lack of options basically. So yeah, I only had 2 save files sent in today, which is fine, but it limits the options. So I've been doing this series for a really long time, and we've never run out of save files before, but we're actually getting pretty close now. And maybe that's just because you guys are getting so good at the game that you don't get into disaster situations. Maybe. You guys tell me. Okay, so... or don't get into as many disaster situations. Maybe it's getting to the point where disaster battles and campaigns just a thing of the past because everyone just does really well in their campaign because the game's so easy. I don't know. Okay, cool. So, what we want to do here, I'll have to leave these back just for now because I've got to get rid of the Chaos Warhounds because they're faster than these ones and we don't really want to use our ammunition on them. And Nakari can get rid of them fairly easily. What I want to be chasing after our Marauder Horsemen are things like monsters or Valkyria ideally, if we can get Valkyria's attention. Another thing is that it would be good to kill this guy really early before Valkyria gets here. Don't have a huge array of Slaaneshi spells. But yeah, I reckon you could kill him real bloody quick. Plus, if we did actually kill him, we'd get whatever regen we could get straight away. Just don't get bogged down fighting a bunch of them. Stay over there. Yeah, keep focusing on him. I want him dead. It's kind of good they're sending their forces up ahead here straight away. Kind of good. I don't think we need to lower his melee defense. Yeah, no, we should have basically a 100% chance of hitting him. One more hit. One more hit. Come on, get him. Come on. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, killing one of their lords early on means they're going to suffer a leadership penalty for the rest of the battle. That's good. And that'll also make it a lot easier for us to get rid of the warhounds. Because they've got very low leadership to begin with. Alright, so they've got a Chaos Chariot of Khorne on their way here, but this is actually good. Our units are... They're not really worried about that one. That shouldn't be a problem for them. But yeah, you should always send Nakari to go out and harass the enemy. Because it's just so bloody fast. Like 159 speed, that's ridiculous. He's got perfect vigor, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Really? You're 175 turns into the campaign and you don't have perfect vigor yet? Wow. Because like any lord can get it, all you have to do is get the campaigner trait. Or maybe he's already got his max number of traits before he reached that point where he could get it. Not sure. So these ones here, I want to stay back at the edge of the map. Not necessarily to corner camp specifically, but because all of our armies are demons, they're not going to leave the battlefield. They're going to either crumble or they're going to survive. Whereas... Yeah, get these ones here off the battlefield. Whereas the mortal units, if we break them, well then they'll just leave the battlefield. Like this. Good, still a lot of warhounds left to go. Get them right out of there. Nearly dealt with the chariots. Completely. Okay, one thing that might work out really well here, when they set up their line like this and we got this much speed, just running back and forth can work out really bloody nicely. Make sure those ones don't rally. Yeah, see, just like with Scarbrand, just charge right through them. But so far, this has worked out very nicely with those units. Them distracting a unit of Chaos Knights. It's really good. Yeah, that one rallied. Maybe I don't need to get rid of the Warhounds if they're not going to send them against the Mortal Horsemen. That being said, it would be good for us to get these Mortal Horsemen killed because it's not our units. Okay, so this one over here, I'm actually going to bring it forward because I feel like the battle's going pretty damn well to begin with. Because it is not our unit and I want it to die. Look at that. Got a sliver of health left, but we didn't actually kill any of them. So far, so good. Ah, crap, got caught there. Sometimes it's actually better to use what's it called, skirmish mode, but I just hate skirmish mode so much. Always pisses me off, so I just try not to use it. How fast are they? I definitely should be able to outrun them. I guess I just need to micro better. So we got loads of kills on Nakari, and she is refusing to land. I mean, I did say I wanted these ones to get killed, so they're not even our unit, so let's just say that was intentional. Yeah, they're moseying on over here real bloody slow. Because, yeah, they can't catch Nakari. They shouldn't even bother trying. And yeah, that's doing a decent amount of damage to a pretty high tier unit, especially considering this one's got magical attacks. We're quite vulnerable to it. And once again, yeah, Valkyr is refusing to engage with him. That's another thing. We've got to stay fairly close to them if we want them to actually fire at them. Which they are. See, keep that going. Yeah, Nakari's getting loads of kills. I guess another thing is that while they're charging towards us, they get a pretty hefty speed boost. Yeah, slowly grinding them down. So looking at how much damage they've done, I think this was definitely a good choice. See, this is what they would have done to us if we didn't seduce them. I think a lot of people will think to seduce units like knights. We could have stolen them. But it's units such as Marauder Horse, especially when you're playing as Slaanesh, that are actually the biggest threat to us. And then became the biggest threat to their forces. Our forces aren't hidden, they're just not advancing fast enough. So far so good, I think. Yeah, just bring them over here to get killed. Okay, we are running out of ammo though. But we should be able to go into melee with that and finish it off anyway. Looks like it's about to break. Okay. Valkyria is down on the ground. She's actually small, so this one's actually not going to do a very good job against her. But Nakari might. Especially now that she's used up her invincibility shield thing. And just debuff like crazy. She Demon Prince? Yep. Yeah, kill this one. Manage to get some regen. It'll be quicker than killing Valkyria. Because, yeah, that's he's harvesting souls. Just another one. So far, it's working out really well. That being said, she's got Gore Feast, so she'll be getting a fair bit of healing. And yeah, slaughter your own units, essentially. That's great. Looks as though we're winning against Valkyria, although the Chaos Warriors here don't seem like they're going to last much longer. Those knights came back. Okay, those are Flesh Hounds of Khorne. I'm not too concerned about them. If it's just one unit, then that's fine. Let's go finish this one off over here. Good, we got rid of Valkyria. Man, are they even going to get over to our front line? Probably not. Right, let's bring them up. Okay, maybe get a couple of shots in on them while we've still got a little bit of ammo. And then charge them in once they've used up the ammo because we want them to get wiped out. Well, they're actually catching up to us, so just charge them on in there. Onward. By the hell forge. God damn, we didn't even need our army. Nakari might be able to finish the rest of this off by himself. The Dragon Ogres might be a little bit of a concern for him, though. Gotta wonder if he even bothered to seduce anything, especially considering how much money he had in his treasury. Careful. It's a lot of damage to you. Yeah, don't fight those Dragon Ogres, they're doing a fair bit of damage actually. So there's Flesh Hounds doing a fair bit of damage, but it's fine. We want them to get wiped out now. Get out of there. Get out.
Yes. Exalted demoness of Slaanesh. Nakari moves.
Good. Bring them in. Still want them to continue to get more wiped out. We've also got some summons over here. The longer she's in melee, I think that's we'll charge it. But yeah, the problem with these units is that they they're glass cannons. They dish out damage quickly, but they also die very quickly as well. This one here is suffering a fair bit of damage, although we've got some bounce spells we could use. So let's do that. Get that one out of there. And there's the army losses. Okay, well that definitely wasn't a difficult battle. If I had to rate that out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 1. But yeah, maybe the guy just didn't think to get these ones here, because I feel like they gave us a lot of value in this battle here. Or maybe they were the ones that gave him the shits and took out a fair few of the Keeper of Secrets, stopping the army losses from triggering early. Maybe he didn't bring this one in to go and kill Valkyr like that. Because that worked, I think that would worked out very nicely. One huge weakness that Slaanesh has is a severe lack of healing. Obviously, Nakari can heal, but the rest of these ones don't heal. Because at least, in some cases, Bloodthirsters can heal, like when they're attached to Skarbrand's army. Lords of Change have Barrier, so that's a way of healing. Plus, they've got access to limited amounts of healing abilities. And of course, Nurgle's nothing but healing, essentially. We haven't won the battle yet. Right. But yeah, I don't know, didn't feel that much like getting caught with the pants down. But it does make a really big difference when you seduce the right units. Yeah, I just don't know if that's what he did. Wasn't in the email. And Nakari got most of his healing sorted. Cool. Wow, we didn't even just get a close victory, which is what we usually get. Most of the damage has been isolated to the seduced units, which is fine, that's what you want to see. And a couple of the Keeper of Secrets, but our army's in pretty good shape. One big problem, though, with Slaanesh is, of course, lack of replenishment. Man, 3 years on, and they still haven't really addressed this problem. But, you know, the next DLC, you know, when it comes out in December, maybe they'll get plus 1% extra replenishment on a Wednesday when it's raining. Okay, so let's take, yeah, 2% replenishment. It's not going to cut much. So I'll just take, well, money, you don't really need that anyway. Or the devotees, yeah, I'll just take that then. For a turn 176, that doesn't seem like a hell of a lot of territory, but it is what it is. You play at your own pace. Absolutely shitloads of money, though. Cool. Not playing a strong diplomacy game. Fair enough. Yeah, you should have no trouble taking out the rest of this out this way. No problem whatsoever. Your campaign seems to be relatively healthy, apart from that reliability. I mean, I get it, you're demons, but if you're going to hold on to any kind of vassals, which... Did you? No, you don't have a single vassal. Well, you could end up losing all these trade agreements because of this low reliability. You must have broken a treaty at some point, and it's causing problems for you now. But yeah, overall, seems fine. Alright guys, well, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.